Hello everybody, welcome back to the Yotso Tech Tracks YouTube channel. I'd like to take just a couple of minutes to quickly talk about my home workout routine that I do. The whole program is up on the internet now, so whoever's interested, take a look, use it as you like. Basically, it's my own version of a lot of information that I found online as far as online literature, expert opinions, sports coaches, weight coaches, that kind of a thing. It's basically a strength program that I like to do in half an hours per day because, as I mentioned in my other videos, I do have a family and I do have a full-time job and I have a lot of other hobbies in my life. So I don't put too much time into this because this is just my hobby, but I still like to get something out of it as far as my future goals to increase my strength, to be in the best shape of my life, and to basically overcome obstacles that I once never knew I could overcome. Um, I've been doing this for a couple of years, and I found this program to be very good balance as far as rest, um, able to increase the weight slowly most of the time. You know, everybody has a plateau, but after a while, there's only so much you can do. But you can always try to reattack those hurdles from different points of view. Um, as far as this program, I do have a lot of recovery because every day is based on one very heavy exercise. For example, Monday is the deadlift, the hip hinge exercise. Tuesday is the pull emphasis, which is a row for myself. Wednesday is the farmer walk for the whole day, the loaded carry. Day number 4 is the push or the flat bench press, which I prefer to do for my push exercise. And day number 5 is the back squat. So given that those are the heavy exercises for that day, it's always 1 week when you re-attempt those heavy exercises. So even though, for example, day number 1 and day number 4, there is a deadlift, day number 4 is a very light deadlift day. So the next heavy day is going to be the next Monday, which is 7 days for each one of those exercises. I basically, I enjoy this program because it accomplishes everything that I want to do as far as having compound lifts, which I find I get a lot more out of them than isolation exercises. For example, just doing bicep curls, I don't feel I need to do 30 different sets of bicep curls. I just do my rows, my pull-ups, my deadlifts, for example, farmer walk. Those are all pretty good exercises that also target those muscles. And for myself, I don't have too much time to put into this program, but I feel that in half an hour windows, I can still accomplish what I want to do. I still get a really good satisfaction out of pushing myself, and I still am able to increase the maximum weight that I can do on 1 week to the next. You know, everybody has a limit, everybody hits a plateau, but you can always slowly try to increase those goals. That's the whole point of strength training is a never ending process. It's something that you can always better yourself, something that you can always have better sleep, better rest, better nutrition. A lot of it has to do with genetics. Everybody's different, but as far as you being able to push yourself and overcome those obstacles, that is possible safely, of course. A lot of people have to be careful because there is dangers to it. As with anything in life, you have to do these exercises properly, safely. The best thing to do is probably to consult a physician, or just a regular doctor, about your personal health. Before you attempt anything, it's always recommended that you get tested, make sure your heart's in good shape, make sure your muscles are in good shape, and you go from there. These weights I'm using are just a demonstration of just what I do in a day, and the next week, again, if I meet my goals of my reps, I increase the weight a little bit. That's always the goal, the progressive overload. So that's how you build muscle very slowly over time. It is not something that you can do overnight, and in fact, overnight is when you heal. In the gym, when you perform any kind of an exercise, you break down the muscles, but it is the rest time that's very important because that is when your muscles heal themselves and get stronger. So once again, for my program, the one I do, this is a combination of all kinds of literature I wrote, but it is the best blend that I can do in a half an hour window as far as consistency, and every day is pretty balanced as far as the stress I put on myself. It's it's a little bit different than, for example, upper lower splits or a push pull leg or a full body workout 3 days a week or 4 days a week, because I find some of those programs are a little bit time consuming on some days and not so much on the next. For example, an upper lower split, the upper exercises, upper body exercises have a lot of different exercises to do compared to the lower ones. So my balance wouldn't be met, because for example, one day I would be here for an hour and the next day maybe 20 minutes. So I try to accomplish this exercise where everything is a little bit balanced, first of all time wise, second of all intelligently putting the program together so I don't injure myself the next day from the previous day's heavy exercise. For example, Monday was the deadlift heavy day and Tuesday is my row heavy day. They are overlapping a little bit, but not to the point where I cannot push myself to those exercises. So with that said, this is just my take of my workout. I'm not a professional at all, but I found that I can really maintain this program, which is always the key, to be able to be consistent and not miss days, because once again I have my own equipment, so I can come down here anytime. I don't need to wait for anybody else to get off the machine. I don't have to waste time as far as setting anything up. It's always where I leave it, how I leave it, and this is something I really enjoy, and perhaps other people enjoy it as well. There's many different ways to break down this program. I will show everybody if anybody is interested as far as what I do for my deload week. Most of the time I do a 5-day deload. I'll be putting that up soon on the internet. And if I only, for example, I'm able to exercise 4 days a week, I do have another version of this program. For example, if I know that I'm going to be busy for 3 days out of the week and I can only come here 4 days a week, I do have another version of this program I do, and it still pretty much accomplishes almost anything. I will rather do it that way than to pick a day and miss it, because for myself I enjoy pretty much all the exercises I do. I enjoy all these major compound exercises as far as the bench press, the overhead press, the rows, the deadlift, the squat, the farmer walk. All of those are compound exercises and I really enjoy doing all of them, and I always try to come up with my routine where I don't miss any of them and I can still fit those into my schedule, which is always number one, to do what you like and to be consistent with the program. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Hit the like button if you like, and take care. Maybe see you next time. Bye.